guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. In support of Nan, this clip is going to be full of F words. Finally. Finally, we're going to have a clip full of F words. Blank, yeah. F, yeah. We're going to be effing talking about this for effing months. Yep. I did not see Judge Simpson's stuff today at all. So I don't know what everybody is effing about. I think I'm happy. I don't know what everybody is effing about, but that's fine. That's fine. I just want to go punch someone who made Nan mad. I just want to go punch them. Ellie's here. Effing Nan. Yeah. Okay, listen, Nan. If you ignore it, it'll go away in like maybe a week. But then some people might still say it just for a little bit longer, but most people will stop in maybe a week. I mean, people still call good Todd good Todd. Your grandson says it, Nan. Nan, your grandson already says it. Already. Does he have internet? Then he says it. Okay, I got some judges today that are freaking fantastic. The judges are the stars of the show today. Yeah, at 9. Yeah, at 4. Yes, at 4. Do you not have the internet? At 9, he says it. Let him stub his toe and then you'll see. I don't know what to start with. All right, this judge is so, oh God, what is the word? You guys can help me pick a word to describe this judge after you see this clip. We just need one word. Okay, here we go.
And remind me who just Crandall. Bradford Crandall, 10C02-2410-MC2383. Mr. Crandall, did you understand the advice of rights that I read when you were sitting down?
Yes, sir.
All right, we don't have charges prepared for you yet either, so I'm going to grant the state a 72-hour continuance to file those charges. That means we will conduct your initial hearing on Wednesday, which is the 30th of October at 9 a.m. Until then, it'll be on my phone. Until then, it appears you will be charged with possession of methamphetamine and possession of paraphernalia. The most serious, though, to be the level 6, which has a penalty range of up to 2.5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. Ms. Castleman, what is the state's position on Mr. Crandall today?
Judge, today we would be requesting a $5,000 cash only bond. I'm seeing a 2007 out of Jefferson County, Kentucky, conviction for assault. I'm also seeing an FTA out of Kentucky from April of this year. And with that being so recent, I would be objecting to his release and asking for a cash bond until we have further information.
All right, thank you.
2007, the assault was when I had a wreck with a vehicle. It wasn't me.
We'll come back to that one. Let's let Ms. Navely see what she can do for you first, sir, and then we'll let you have whatever you might want to say.
I'm requesting for Mr. Crandall's release. We don't have formal charges filed. He doesn't have any criminal history in the state of Indiana, absent one prior from, and Judge, forgive me, I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was 99, 98, something like that. So he has a very limited criminal history. I do not have access to anything from Kentucky, so I'm asking the court not to consider that, given that we don't have anything formal in front of the court to suggest any of his criminal history in Kentucky. based on having no criminal history outside of that one prior from 1998, 99, 99, and the fact that he has never failed to appear for court over here, and I don't have any information about whether or not he's failed to appear for court anywhere else. I don't believe him to be a danger to reoffend nor a flight risk. He does have a good local address and good phone number and a job. If he's to remain in custody, he will lose his job, presumably.
All right, thank you, ma'am. I'm reading the police report. Mr. Crandall, give me 1 second here.
I like pugnacious a lot, actually. But listen, see if you agree after he's done.
All right, Ms. Crandall, you had said that assault case was, it was a car wreck and it wasn't you. Explain that.
Yeah, no, it was me. I just was, she worded it like it was an assault with my hands or something. I just had a wreck when I got a DUI back in 2007. That was the last time.
It wasn't me part was what was confusing me. So, Ms. Crandall, here's the thing. Let's see. I asked him about the alert and he told me that his ex-wife put that on him and that he did not do any meth. Cut to 3 lines later, I asked him what was in the cigarette container. He advised methamphetamine. I advised if I could pat him down. He said, yeah, there's a pipe in my jacket too. So I don't lock people up for stupid things they say at the scene of arrest. But if I did, you're bound to be $7 million because you clearly just straight up lied to the police officer. Now that gives me a little concern. Are you going to be a flight risk because you're trying to avoid getting caught? But everybody tries to avoid getting caught. I'm going to cut you loose. Let me lecture for a second. But I don't have a lot else going on here. Your criminal history is not super extreme. There's a little bit of space in between each of them. Obviously, you have a little of an issue with meth, whether it's a full-blown addiction or you just need to kind of get your head out of your butt. I don't know. I'm going to leave that to you to determine at this stage, but I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. With the added conditions, you violate no laws of the state of Indiana or any other jurisdiction. Can you be in person on Wednesday morning or did you be on Zoom?
I can be in person.
And I don't care one way or the other. So I asked that the wrong way. I don't care. Do you want to be on Zoom? Either way. The meeting ID going for Zoom or on mycase.in.gov. Search your name, find this case. The last entry will show the meeting ID and passcode for Zoom. Make sure you're on either online or in person 9 a.m. Wednesday morning. If you don't, then you are a flight risk and I got to lock you up when we catch you and keep you there.
Yes, sir.
All right. That'll be it for today. Thanks, sir. Who are you?
I'm gonna make your bond
And I got an email about him. Let's see what
$7
that's.
million because you lied to the police officer. That was Indiana. That was Indiana Jacobs. Yep. Okay. Now let's go to Nakama. I don't think he's supercilious. What is that? Is that a real word? Perspicious. Fib free? Effing fib free, Judge. Pugnacious, I think, is the closest because he's very George Orwell vibes. Supercilious. Magnanimous. Recidivist. Pugnacious it is. That's that judge. Effing pugnacious. Fozzie wants a chocolate donut, guys. Okay, we're gonna go to Nakama. So this guy's coming back into the booth. So apparently he was in the booth before and we missed it. So now he's coming lackadaisical. I don't think he was lackadaisical though. She might be. Sorrel might be. But anyway, he's coming back in and now they're gonna talk again.
Your name, sir? Yeah, I know. Thank you. So repeat your name for me, please.
Wasim Irfan Idris.
Right, this is a recall. The matter of Wasim Idris, W 2024 001732 0706. Sir,
Yes.
I am doing my best to be fair to you, to be just and fair to you, but the minimum that you can do is to respect the court and not speak recklessly and off the cuff and make disrespectful statements. I run the court as it is. So I determine when you speak and when you don't speak. So talking over me and giving me a history lesson or lecture in a court session is very disrespectful and inappropriate. It doesn't matter so much to me that you like to disrespect people, but because this is a court session, where part of my job is to maintain some type of decorum and make sure that each person respects the order. I will not allow you to disrespect either the court or the staff. So if you're ready to calm down and pay attention to the proceedings and answer my questions only without going off the cuff, if you're ready to do that, I will hear your case. If you're not ready and you need more time to maybe think about what I have told you, calm yourself down and decide whether you want to appear in this court or not, then I can give you time. I can give you tomorrow. I can give you the next day, whenever you want. So are you ready to proceed today?
Yes.
Do you understand what's going on?
Yes.
Right. So when I told you the first time
Kelly, you're right. She dyed her hair, her grays are gone.
to give me your name and to give me an alternate address. What I mean by an alternate address is a new address, different from 6 Glenwood Avenue. I will instruct you on how to go and move whatever items you have at 6 Glenwood Avenue, but you're not going there today. Do you understand that? I need you to speak.
Yes.
Now, the public defender suggested or recommended to you to go to the shelter at 224 Sussex Avenue here in the city of Newark. Do you agree to go to the shelter upon your release today?
Yes.
Do you also understand that you're going to the shelter means that you cannot relocate from that shelter when you find another address that you would like to go to, more suitable address that you would like to go to? You cannot just pick up your belongings and leave the shelter. You have to notify pretrial services. They will give you all the information before you are released today. And pretrial services will have to approve your relocation before you can leave the jail. Before you can leave the shelter. Do you understand that?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay.
If you understand, what I need you to is to tell me yes or no.
Yes.
Great. And so the shelter is giving us the alternate address at 224 Sussex Avenue. Mr. Prosecutor, any objection to the address at the shelter?
No, Your Honor.
So I will enter not guilty plea for you, sir. I am now reviewing your public safety assessment. So your PSA scores show a risk scale for failure to appear of 1 and new criminal activity of 1. Mr. Prosecutor.
Your Honor, thank you very much. So, Your Honor, this is a matter that involves allegations of domestic violence, specifically second-degree aggravated assault, where it is alleged that this defendant, while armed with a 40-ounce glass beer bottle, assaulted mother, the victim, of Elena. Judge, based upon the violent nature of the assault, together with a history that does include a discharge as a level 3, albeit he was compliant, we are asking that he return to that level of reporting for the mentioned. In addition to level 3 weekly, Judge, we ask that there be no contact again with his mother, Lamir. And we would ask for a weapons conclusion, although there is no weapons charge. Certainly the allegation that a bottle was used, we feel that it was warranted.
The effing heebie-jeebies?
Finally, Your Honor, actually, we seek an admonish the court for the tendency of this matter. The defendant is not to return to the shared residence of 6 Glenwood Avenue in East Boston, New Jersey. Thank you, Judge.
Any objection from the defense?
None from the defense.
So, Mr. Idris, you will be released, but you must comply with the following. You must appear for all your court dates. Notify pretrial services of any change in your contact information. You shall not commit any offense during the period of your release. You must have no contact with Afaf El Amir and the previous shared residence, the previously shared residence in East Orange, New Jersey. We went through this the first time you appeared, and now that I'm recalling you, it is critical that you do not go to that location for any reason whatsoever. I will allow you, however, to go there one time only, for a few minutes only, but you must have police escort with you. So if you need to pick up any important items, it's not the time to hire a U-Haul and move your belongings. It's just a brief stop with the police escorting you. If you have important belongings that you need to pick up, items for daily living, few things you can gather together in 5 to 10 minutes and leave the location, never to return unless by court's order, as long as this matter is pending. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You cannot go to where this individual works, and you cannot have any electronic, telephonic, nor social media contact with them. You must also report to pretrial services by telephone once every other week and in person once every other week. Right, Mr. Prosecutor, you recommended level 3?
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
All right. And so your next court date, sir, is December 9th, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Zunick, and Public Defender Fish has been assigned to represent you. They will speak with you before your court date to prepare your defense. Do you understand? Do you understand the conditions of release that I have just explained to you, sir?
I understand.
You can leave the booth now, please.
You can
leave now. You can leave the booth so that they can process your release. Have a nice day, sir.
What impresses me about people who learn the English language and they speak it as their second language, how do they learn things like off the cuff? How did they know? How did he know to say that? I mean, that's not in any book. Whoever he's around, I don't know, must say it. Not a lot of people say that. No, don't, Linus, you went too far. Thank you. Goodsie. Oh. Oh man, now it's gonna be stuck. Effing stuck. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble, man. I'm gonna just I am accidentally gonna just let it flow. Okay, we're gonna have to shut this effing stuff down because I'm gonna get demonetized if I keep going with that. Okay, let's go to Florida for 1 minute and 39 seconds. Shall we?
Come on up, sir. So his concern is that due to the circumstances, he plans to move to South Florida to live with his mother for the time being until this is all worked out because he has nowhere else to go. So he was concerned as to what the implications of the Sentinel would be if he's allowed. He would like to be able to leave the county, basically.
What does the state say? You can't have a sentinel monitor if you're outside the county.
So, and
My silence is not just drifting.
Sure. The other option I can propose to the court is PTR, and they just follow up. He can prove that he's in South Florida by just letting them know, and when he gets there, etc.
I don't object to that. That I understand. If he's going to leave town.
It probably would be better if he left the county, don't you think?
Right.
Yeah, I do. That's what I changed. I agree with counsel.
Oh, so you're agreeing he can leave?
The judge wants him to leave Florida. Yeah, get him out of here. We don't want him here.
County. Then there'll be no sentinel monitor.
Yeah, and then just I guess
Okay, if you leave the county, if you move out of the county, then you can the sentinel monitor can be removed. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good luck to you.
So basically, if he remains in the county, the GPS remains. If he moves out of the county, it is no longer required.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's a good thing if he leaves the county, don't you? Okay, so I'm trying to get this trial. It's really interesting. You really get to hear about gangs in this trial. But you'll see here today, I had to go to work last night, so I left my computers each recording something different. And I think my cat stepped on the mute button at some point. It's okay. It's just one tiny portion of this trial. And you'll see why the mute button isn't it's fine because this guy's not talking. So we're gonna watch what I have. This is not the whole trial that I have. This is one specific little clip of it that I wanted to show you because it's great. All right. This guy who's coming as a witness, he's an inmate. He's coming as a witness to a crime. He's been subpoenaed, okay? He's in a gang. He is a gang member. So that's where we're at.
Have a seat, yes, sir.
The judge's microphone is not on. I even sent a message to this court today while I was recording it saying, can you please turn the judge's microphone on? And they didn't. I tried whatever I could do to get this judge's microphone on. You can barely kind of hear him. You can't hear him. It's just real hard to hear him, but you can hear everybody else except for him.
You can give me this back because you didn't read it.
I did too.
No.
Oh, what's that?
You'll stand next to that
Well,
chair and raise
can't
your
hear
right
him
hand
either.
when you get there, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Raise your right hand for me, please. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Randy, that is the meanest thing. That's the meanest thing that you've ever done to me. Guys, guys, he wants me to put flypaper around around my keyboard so that my cats don't get the keyboard. I'm gonna come up next stream and there's gonna be like flypaper attached to my face. And I'm gonna be like, guys, help! Somebody send help. So yeah, I did. I covered the entire basement floor in aluminum foil when my son went to college because I didn't want no cats downstairs. And you know what they said? They said, "F that aluminum foil. I don't care if it's there." And they just walked right. They just walked right over that. I put aluminum foil down the stairwell, down so it was like a slide. All right, a whole bunch of pieces on top of each other and on the floor. And I woke up and there it is. Each step was dented with a little cat paw. And I go down to the basement to see, and there's little cat paws everywhere on the aluminum foil. They didn't give an F. They didn't give an F about that aluminum foil. And there's no way I'm putting flypaper around my keyboard because that would be a trap for me. I would get caught in that trap. And then someone will say something like, just rub oil on it, it'll come right off. And then you're going to see me dripping in oil and flypaper stuck to me. Yeah. No, 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 no. We're just going to have to. The cats sort of do, the cats are in charge. I don't get to choose what the cats do. This guy clearly he did the oath. He said his name perfectly fine.
All right, you can have a seat. Upon being seated, if you'll state your name for the record and for the benefit of the court reporter, please spell it. Okay?
My name is Corvante Walker. KORVONTEA WALKER.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Corvante, how old are you?
Did you respond to her question, sir? She asked you how old you were.
Hi, Stephanie. The microphones in this courtroom are voice activated. So if it doesn't hear any noise for X amount of seconds, it sounds like it's muting. It's not. There's just no noise for it to pick up. So it sort of turns off. Your audio is fine. It'll happen a couple times.
Are you going to respond to her question? Walker, are you going to respond to the questions? So you need to respond to the court. The court has certain authority in this situation and can punish you by punishing you for contempt of court. Ms. Morgan, this your client?
Yes, Judge.
We wish to speak to Ms. Morgan before we go any further. Ms. Morgan, I'm going to ask you to speak with me. I'm sorry?
I'm happy to talk to you.
All right. Let her go back there with me.
I didn't cut this part out. I just bumped it forward for a second. You're fine, guys.
Your Honor, to save the court some time, should we approach?
Okay, maybe it wasn't my cat. Did you see that? Can I just bump it back a second? Look at him, look at him. I think the judge did it. I think the judge muted the courtroom right here. But I know that there we don't get any more sound. But I know that he did in fact. Oh, wait, I'm wrong.
All right. Mr. Walker has been ordered by this court to testify. That order includes him having immunity from being prosecuted. His testimony in this matter being used to prosecute him. His
All right, and that's where we lose. Did you see my mouse go by? It was my cat. So wasn't watching this, but I was sort of paying attention earlier. He did in fact get contempt of court. He is going to have a sentencing hearing, next week or whenever. I don't know if I'm going to get it. I mean, I'm going to try to get the end of the trial tomorrow, if the trial ends tomorrow. But it's okay that we missed that little part because I heard it. I'm telling you, he got contempt of court. So this courtroom streams maybe once, twice a year, and they don't ever say what time they're going to stream. So to get this courtroom, I mean, I only find out after a stream has started that a stream is going to start. And I can't watch it because they only do it like once a year. So I didn't get the very beginning, but I got a lot previous before this guy came in. And this is in Georgia. And it is really good. So I'm really hoping that I get a verdict. I really can't tell if it's a jury trial or a bench trial from this camera angle. Probably right there is the jury, if there is one. So hopefully I get it. I really hope I get it. I got a couple trials juggling right now. Okay. Leave the booth, Florida, 7 million. Okay. It's time for the child support. So the children the children in these clips are all fine. All right. All of the children are fine. The moms and dads aren't they're at war because it's child support hearing, but they're not at war where the kids are getting hurt. It's the judge. The judge is the star of this show. The judge is just a pleasure to sit and watch. He always is joking. He is always joking, even though it's serious as a heart attack. And parents are really angry at each other. He cracks jokes all the time, and it's funny. Not for them, I'm sure, but here he is. Here's the star of the show today.
Stay there. No, leave it there. Because we're gonna need, somebody else is gonna need that eventually.
So that was the dad right there standing up. At first, it's impossible to hear the father. He gets marginally better in a little bit. So just hang in there. You can hear everybody else, I think. That's the mom or wife, I should say, or mom, whatever. Yeah.
So. Okay, so do I need a calculation?
Yes. We're down to our remaining child. We have 3 originally. Was the county's motion filed at the father's request due to a change in custody? Father is requesting support from the mother if appropriate.
Wow. Okay, well, let me see if that's appropriate.
Couple different calculations. Father had good income through 2022, but indicates currently he's unemployed. His new wife covers the expenses. Mother on workers' comp benefits, but her new spouse has really good income.
Well, you know what that's going to do.
I don't know, but that's so funny. I could never have a friend named Sybil because I would just annoy the hell out of them. Who are you today? Oh, I hate it when you're this one. Go back to the other one. They would hate me.
Yes, paid in full. Charging $101.
Okay, now I have the right file and the right calculation. So it says that you have the child 99% of the time. You're going to need that microphone.
Yeah.
Way closer. Just pull it way up close to you.
So there's no current order for time.
Yeah, I need to know what's actually happening, not what an order is.
Yeah, so there's no order. So there's no order for time. Our son has went down and spent the weekend with her one time since April. So there's no ongoing time split. Maybe it was twice, but
that's incorrect.
What's correct?
So the mediator said that Caleb could come down anytime he wanted to. I have been I've had full custody of Caleb for some time, as well as our 2 other children for 9 years. They are both adults, and Caleb is our youngest. I surrendered custody in April of this last year because my husband got a job transfer, and Caleb was having problems, and I wanted him to get to know his dad and spend some more time with his dad. Mediator said he could spend time with me anytime he wanted to, but Rob has said no every single time, except every single time. I have the dates, except for he let him come out in August for 5 days, at which time I flew him out here and then I flew him back.
What's out here?
Slow. San Luis Obispo.
Oh, okay. Down here.
Sorry, down here. I'm a little directly challenged.
Sybil is a story about a multiple personality disorder, a child who grew up completely abused. I would read the book. I would definitely read the book. The book is the movie's fine. It has Sally Field in it, right? We love Sally Field. But the book is so much more. And it was just unbelievable what this girl went through. as a child. And so she had multiple personalities to deal with all of it. And you get to see her go through therapy to like bring all the personalities back together again into one person. It's yeah, the book is sad, but it's really good. Yeah, her mother was pure evil. Effing eagle, evil.
You were going to say Texas. That's
No, it's just Caleb was acting up so much last year that we really felt that he needed to be with his dad for the last year or two to see if he would make some improvements, bonding and connecting with Rob.
But so did that change happen when you were moving to SLO?
Actually, yes, it did. So we got the job transfer at the end of December of 23, but we weren't actually.
Sarah, thank you. I have to show you guys what it really looks like because this software isn't showing it correctly. So I'm just going to bring this over here. Look at my sticker. Isn't that cute? Oh, now we got Inception. Is it going to go again? Yep. We can watch this. This is relaxing. Let's just watch little windows pop up for the rest of the night. This reminds me of the 90s, doesn't it, guys? Pop up, pop up, pop up, pop up. Or an hour ago for Fozzie. You know, when you hit those sites, they still give you pop-ups. I like that sticker, Sarah. Thank you.
They transferred us to Eureka and then to SLO for my husband's retirement period. So I didn't want Caleb to go through all of that change. And so at that time, because there were so many issues happening, I just really felt like he needed to be with Dad.
Okay, so he's been here almost a year now. Yeah.
No, so I surrendered my portion of the physical custody in April of this year.
Oh, okay.
And I can't hear him.
I know.
Before that, I had custody months before she moved, before custody was awarded. I've had 50-50 custody of Caleb since he was in 4th grade. And I've never.
Yeah, but what we're dealing with is 2024 and now. And so
when did you move to Eureka?
In January.
No.
I'm sorry.
Trial here with you two examining each other.
No,
I'm sorry. I can't hear except for. Go ahead.
Let's talk about school. Did you have him from the beginning of the second semester, the 23-24 school year? Well, you're talking about this semester or this school year, but I'm talking about last school year, which started in August and went through May or June. Second semester would have been after the winter break. And so was he with you?
I believe so.
No. So Caleb didn't fully go over to Rob until
Fathers do it every day.
April. It was official in April, but
okay. Which is good enough. So now what we need to know is what's been happening since he went to live with his dad primarily. He said he went to visit, Dad says he went to visit you once in April. Yes?
Yes. Oh, are you talking to me or to Rob?
I'm confirming with him that that's what he said.
He went to visit her one time. I don't remember when.
Okay. Well, she says that was in August. That was just 2 months ago.
Yes, but Caleb asked to come see us the last 2 weeks of August before school started. And his dad said no. I have the text messages saying from his dad that I was inconveniencing him and that I was only thinking of myself and never thinking of him.
Okay. And so this is 5 days?
He did allow Caleb to come for 5 days. I flew him out.
Okay.
And then I also, their grandfather, our children's grandfather just passed, Rob's dad. And I went to go support, even though I was hurt. I'm back to work as of Monday. But I went to go support our 3 children and my granddaughter through that death because they called me the Wednesday of the passing and said that they were crying and they were very upset. So I wanted to go support them. So I spent 4 or 5 days with them just recently as Rob's dad passed.
Well, and that was here?
Yeah.
Okay. And was Caleb part of that?
Caleb asked me to pick him up from lunch, and since I still have that legal ability to do so, I picked him up for lunch and then dropped him back off at school.
Okay.
He begged for that Sunday for me to come pick him up from Fog Willow, the pumpkin patch where he was working for wrestling. His dad told him yes, and then told him no. I don't know which is correct, but I know I had an okay, and then I was going to spend the day, and then Caleb called me and told me Dad was saying no.
Okay.
So,
right. No, I think we've talked enough about that.
Okay.
You're both married to other people, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And ma'am, you don't have any other minor children?
No, Caleb's our youngest.
And it says your husband makes $20,833 a month?
No.
I don't have a current income expense. Where did you get it?
Oh, if he's speaking about the annual, what he asked me was what my income is as a preschool teacher.
No,
and
he
then
got that too. He says yours is 2,907.
Never listen to Fozzie. Explain yourself, Fozzie. How do you have two how do you have 2 children in their 30s? And one that's 15. What happened? Yes, $20K a month.
$76 a month. So
I make a gross of 3,200. I only bring home about 2,600. On workers' comp, I'm bringing home about 1,800. My husband and I have separate accounts. I spend out of
you
my.
You did not file a joint tax return?
2 years in a row, we have joint income. Yes.
Joint returns?
That is correct. The last 2 years.
Okay, and so you're working and getting workers' comp?
No. So I've been on straight. So I sprained my neck and back saving a child was running out to the parking lot. So I sprained my neck and back. So I've been doing all the workers' comp, PT therapy, chiro since September 4th is when the injury happened. And I've just been released last Monday back to work on modified shifts. So I'm only receiving workers' comp at this time. They are still working on my back and neck to get me to full wholeness of capacity. But my gross is 3,200 and I bring home about 2,600, but workers' comp is only 1,800. My husband's income is separate than mine.
No, I know. But if you file a joint tax return, I have to include it to know how much you pay in taxes on your income, because the 2 incomes affect the tax rate.
I understand. So last year I wasn't working at all because I had a broken arm for about 5 months. And we were also making a move from Elk Grove to Eureka.
I broke both of my hands and never missed a day of work. She broke her arm and missed a whole year of work. Come on.
That was last year.
Right.
Like we're talking about right now. And so I'm still a little confused about your income. You say that you're grossing about 3,200 and you got 1,800 in workers' comp. I don't hear.
This is California. This is Stanislaus County, I believe, California.
No.
That's what I'm trying to clarify.
Sure.
Right now, as we sit here today, are you getting wages or are you getting workers' comp?
As of Monday, I'm getting a little of both. Have not received from both. Have been straight disability for the last 3 checks.
Okay. And so this is something that's going to start October 1st. And so you have been on workers' comp most of this month, correct?
Yes.
Only.
Only workers' comp.
Okay,
I have not received a check yet for work. Like, I'll receive my next check in the middle of the month, and it will be part workers' comp, part in the classroom.
okay. And the workers' comp that you've been getting is $1,800 a month?
It's about $1,800 a month, yes.
Is it $900 every 2 weeks?
About $982 every 2 weeks.
Okay, so that really is $2,128.
Which I can tell you what I spent on Caleb since I gave up custody in April.
Don't need to know that. I know you pay for transportation.
No, sir. I paid for his school clothes, $300 headphones, $200 for sporting event clothes, shoes. We are still waiting for the order of the mediation for Dad to cooperate with the counselor so that our son can get into mediating counseling, which we are happy to pay for. We also pay for $120 a month for Caleb's full medical benefits. And I would like to say that I raised, when I left Rob back in 2010 and we filed for divorce, I was taking care of all 3 kids on $23.
She keeps talking about support that she used to get. That still makes me mad. I don't get mad. I don't get mad at customers ever. I don't care what they do, you know, but that table still has me furious. I'm effing furious.
There's a week child support, $24 child support for 9 years.
Okay, sir, I've got you making $7,394 gross.
I'm currently unemployed, but yeah, that's my house.
Well, no, I've got your wife making $7,083.
No.
You're saying that you're unemployed right now?
Hi.
Congratulations for the court. What you earned if you've worked in 2022, you also have a tiny filed number 30 in terms of expenses.
So your income and expense said stay-at-home dad, no unemployment.
Right.
Okay, is that something that you and your wife have decided? That you should be the stay-at-home dad?
I'm currently seeking work, and also our son Caleb requires a fair amount of management.
Why is that?
He doesn't always make the right decisions.
But he goes to school, right?
30 minutes, 45 minutes to school. He seems to wander on some way.
Where's he going to school?
Elk Grove. So trying to keep kind of in the lane, so to speak.
And the other 3 kids?
No, the other 2 kids are adults now.
I'm sorry. You're anticipating who I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, I didn't even know.
I know. Well, you didn't let me finish.
Sorry.
3 other people listed, 3 other kids listed on his income and expense. Are those your children or are those children of your wife?
Oh, my wife.
Do any of the other 2 children that the 2 of you share live with you?
One.
Which one?
Tristan.
Okay.
29-year-old who came back to put 3
How dare you? How dare you? Those are fighting words. We have pistols at dawn.
Oh, nice.
He's seeking employment here. Fair amount of stuff to get back.
Yes.
Practice here in the United States.
Well, they get board certified. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, according to your income and expense declaration, your expenses are $6,688 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have any income yourself. You didn't say anything about your wife's income on here. In fact, you didn't even indicate that she lives with you.
We spoke on the phone. I said, I hope I filled this out correctly. And
Well, that's probably where they got her income, but it's not on your income expense.
I apologize.
On page 3, at the very top, it says the following people live with me. You named 4 kids.
I'm
not going to tell your wife that you didn't include her as a person.
That would just get you in trouble. I appreciate that. I'd like to see out of the doghouse. Which page? Page 3. The expense page. See, at the very top, see the box at the top? Yes. Number 12? Okay. I thought that was the people that live with me, not including my wife. I apologize. That would be include your wife. It would include your mother and your father if they're living there, any siblings, anybody. I appreciate the education. Okay.
Working up.
Is that right? Is that what you just get an email?
Well, Bradley's saying he could barely hear, and I know Jessica, it's
Lori, I've worked in restaurants for many, 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 many years, and it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. If someone in the back, okay, first off, a server would never, none of the servers I work with would, like, I guess most of the servers I work with are not, what's the word? So meticulously clean, bacteria, dirt, whatever. Like they have to keep it meticulously clean, or like everybody's sick. So they they would never allow it. And if a chef, I can't imagine a chef hurting his dish like that, and I can't imagine a server serving it. It has to be perfect for it to go out. In the places that I worked, it has to be perfect when it goes out, even if the customer is a total. Mm, I don't think you have to worry. I don't think it happens as often as people think it happens. I can't imagine it happening ever in my restaurant. I just can't imagine it.
that's the week. It's working great. Still with.
Maybe it's just a Monday thing. But I can tell you, sir, you have to have it closer.
Better.
No. No. Closer.
Is that better?
Ms. McDonald, is that better?
I can hear you. I just can't hear the person in the background, whomever it is. I think they're talking about the child support person who called me named Bradley Monzas.
Yeah, he's on the screen here, but only his name. He's kind of a shy person.
Understood.
And he doesn't speak. They don't let him talk. But the other guy, the guy that forgot to wash his face this morning, is the attorney. That's Brian Racine.
Okay.
I mean, you're not as bad as he is. Well, I don't know. Yeah, he just hasn't washed his face for a couple of days. You just missed this morning.
I don't know who you're talking.
That's all right. I'm not the only one giving him grief. His wife is giving him grief. So. Okay, so let's see what that does. And you don't know what your workers' comp / wages are going to be until you get a paycheck, right?
That is correct. So in about a week, I'll get a paycheck where I'm working about 4 hours a day, and then I'm going to PT therapy, chiropractic, massage, and then they have another workers' comp doctor coming in because the neck and the back are healing enough for me to be in the classroom. Now I'm working hard to do those programs, but I've been on total disability until Monday. So I can tell you that I make $20 an hour. That's what I can tell you.
Well, actually, what I was planning on doing, based on what you just told me, was cutting workers' comp in half and charging you with wages of $1,600, which is half of what you normally work. So 4 hours a day.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, it was okay that I raised 3 kids for 9 years on $23 a week.
Well, it was what it was. I mean, we're not here to balance and decide what's equitable in terms of what you didn't get versus what he might be entitled to now. We take a slice in time, and that is now. And it really doesn't matter what happened in the past.
But
If he has arrears that he owes you, and Mr. Racine says there aren't any, then we could offset whatever the ongoing support that you owe is from any arrears that he owes. But there aren't any arrears, is what I'm told. So this is just going to be a matter of you paying support.
I don't mind paying support. We're already paying full medical and have been doing so. Rob has not worked for a very long time, and that's when I had custody of Caleb. I've always worked, except for when I was hurt. So while I understand that we can't go by in the past, there's something very unequal and unjust about this balance. Because what I'm hearing you say is that you're wanting to take 12 or 1,600 from me.
No.
Okay. What are you saying that you would like to charge me for support? And
for October.
All the expenses, Judge, that I spent for Caleb, like we bought a new school clothes, we bought, we have over $1,000 just from me giving up custody in expenses that I have been there for everything that Caleb, my son, has needed.
But you didn't you give up custody in April?
April, yes. But I'm saying since April, we're now in October. I have spent everything my son has called me to say, hey, Mom, I need this. Hey, Mom, I need that. And hey, Mom, I want to come see you. Hey, Mom, I'd like to do this, this, and this with you. Rob has said no. He is standing in the way of what the mediator set forth, which was Caleb could decide when and where he sees me, as well as when he comes out, as long as it did not interfere with his school schedule. We have given him multiple opportunities to be able to do that. I have even stayed in touch with my son through text, probably every day to every other day. And Dad even stands in the way there. So what I meant for good, which was to have our son have his father figure in his life and hopefully turn some of the things around, it's being used to exploit the other side, which is not okay. So it's like my husband, I understand that my husband makes a lot of money, but he also has alimony and child support and things he has to pay.
First off, KS, you are never wrong.
For his children.
Well, but I understand what effect it has on the support is it drives your rate of taxes up, which drives your net income down, which drives your support down. So his having high income benefits you.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You're not getting child support from his income.
Okay, because I don't want that. That's not fair to him, especially when.
And he's not obligated to support your children with.
Right, and so that's not, and he already is through medical. But Rob's spouse, it just needs to be equal across the board, and ultimately we need to be doing what's best for Caleb, and that means having both of his parents in his life.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
And anybody else that wants to contribute as well.
So starting in November, the support will be $388.
I could manage that.
Then I must be wrong. $360, $374.
Judge, you are
Seems
never
fair.
wrong.
Can I ask, does that mean that we can plan times for Caleb to be able to come out and see us?
You can, but that's separate and apart from what I'm doing.
Okay.
I just need to figure out what amount of time he's going to be spending with you. I've got a number that I'm using for this support. Whether it turns out to be this or something more or less than this is something the two of you and the three of you have to work out.
The three of us, you mean our underage?
The two of you and Caleb.
Oh, as in share time?
Yeah.
You're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. How would you presume that we'd be able to do that? Or is that a next step for a lawyer?
Well, you know what? This is a child who's old enough to express
his desires, and I think it's something that both of you should be, especially since the bulk of the time is going to be with dad. You guys should be able to work out, maybe one weekend a month, something like that. And then when he's off track and out of school, if you can do the transportation part of it, then you work out something during the like winter break, especially, and summertime. So, but I'll leave it.
And what about, go ahead.
I'll leave that to I don't do custody. I'm not permitted. But hopefully the two of you can figure something out with input from Caleb, because his desires are relevant and important to consider.
Very important. Yes. Thank you.
All right.
My children's opinions are not relevant or important to consider. You can't give them ideas like that, Judge. They'll get delusions of grandeur that they already have.
I think we're done.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Sorry.
Thank you. Okay.
I also have merch on my YouTube channel. If you want Stuck Like Chuck shirts or Court Vibe shirts, I guess I should have did that the other way. Huh? You want Court Vibe shirts or Stuck Like Chuck shirts or whatever, just not just shirts. It's a whole bunch of stuff, but some of it's really bad. So make sure you look at what you get before you don't get the leggings. Don't get the leggings. People will make fun of you.
Let me simplify it. We have one court file. Whether it's you paying or her paying, it's one court file. In their system, they have a different case open for each person who is obligated to pay support. So right now, the only case they have open is for you paying her. I have reduced your support to 0, effective 10/1. Is that going to cause an overpayment?
10/1. $20 credit or something. I've been paying since October.
But that's through October.
Yeah, so I mean, you paid $160 for October, so if you total $178 in futures.
Then I'm going to start it. Oh, actually, I did. I started it November 1st.
So does that mean I get the money that I paid first for? I'm on hold right now because I've had custody of my son since probably the beginning of the year. I don't think last year.
Yeah, but I mean, if you didn't come back in to change things, then
we got money's
they put them on hold, so I get that back.
Oh yeah, what's on hold you get back.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so
do you want to give a tax credit or just money's on? Because we've been holding it.
How much?
$100 a month since April.
No. He knows what I'm talking about. How much are they holding on to is what I'm asking. So if I zero it out effective 10/1, then what you're going to give him back is going to be almost enough, probably more than enough to cover what you're holding. Because that would be $202.
Right. That'd be almost perfect. Through the end of August, he was in due for $60.
You would rock them. Yes, you would.
Yeah.
I wasn't just thinking about your butt. Don't worry.
What they're holding on to, they're going to send back to you. That's 274, I think what he said. Okay.
I appreciate your time.
All right. And
retract away, buddy.
so I used earning capacity.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
took my Southern out today, Beverly. I think Comcast does stuff this early in the morning because they think no one is on. Hey, go! Micah, what did you do? If you don't want to watch, just go. You don't have to take down my stream. It's still not good. It's still just hanging on to one little bar, and I am plugged in. I'm not using wireless. I am plugged directly in. There we go. We're back.
What are your options there?
Well, I had one trial that I took under submission, and Dad was unemployed for like 15 months at the time of trial, but he had somehow been able to maintain his lifestyle of over $10,000 a month without going heavily into debt. And so I actually found under 4053 that since he was able to enjoy that lifestyle, that, and actually what I did was I just confirmed the existing order. If he was asking for child support from the mother. And there was no way that was going to happen. No way. Because she still had primary custody. Okay, so Roxanne. And Rico. South Philly. Doesn't it sound like that? Or the Bronx? I think that's not true then. Are you a West Coast girl or East Coast girl?
West.
Okay. Like your
that
whole life?
microphone does work.
Okay. Have you ever left the state of California?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't tell you how many people, I mean, I've been all over the world because my dad was in the Navy, but I met so many people in Sacramento that have never left the state of California. I mean, they haven't even gone to Nevada.
Yeah, my parents are that way, so I try to be different with my daughter. She has a passport. We try to travel twice a year. Once for my birthday, one for her birthday. No more birthday parties, birthday trips.
Where do you go?
We went to Costa Rica last.
Nice. Where in Costa Rica? Caribbean or the Pacific? East Coast, West Coast? Oh, come on.
You're asking for too much. She remembers way better than me.
I've been to Costa Rica, that's why I'm asking.
Oh.
And we started in the capital and went east, and then we went to Avenal where the volcanoes are, and then we went to the West Coast, to the beach.
We were by the beach.
Where they have surfers.
Yeah, we were by the beach.
Yeah, I mean, the East Coast has beaches, but they're not surfing beaches like the West Coast of California.
Yeah.
Where else?
Dominican Republic, the Bahamas, Mexico.
Where in Mexico?
Cabo. That's when we started for her 10th birthday. No more.
10th birthday? That's a party town. That's a party town.
Well, Mom came.
She's got to be older than that for Cabo.
She likes her mocktails.
If someone tried to give me a freaking mocktail, listen, I would throw hands. If someone tried to give me a mocktail, that would be the end of our friendship forever. Give me a mocktail.
And now she's 15.
Yep.
Yes, she's going to want to branch out.
Oh, she wanted a car. I'm like,
a little early. She doesn't even have a license yet. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just park it in the garage and make yours sit out in the rain until she's old enough to drive. She can't even get a permit. Mr. Red, we're kind of waiting for you to press *6 and unmute your phone so we can talk to you. Or you can just listen in. That's
sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Do we have you in there?
Okay.
Mr. Racine?
Your Honor.
All right, so we're going to start with 99.99%.
Index trillions, 120 trillion, 373 billion, 771 million, 504,161.
If I'm not mistaken, that is greater than the population of the planet Earth. Am I right about that, Mr. H?
Yes, sir.
So I think we've got the solar system covered. Is that good enough to satisfy you that you're the father of this child?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'll make that finding. Join the mother as the other parents of the case under the judgment.
So there's a couple different calculations to start with, Your Honor.
You are such a troublemaker.
I know. Father was off work in August and a little bit of September. He's worked historically 2 jobs, one for St. Helena Hospital through Adventist Health, and second position with Southwest. So we did take EDD for 12 months, reported income before that leave of absence. For mother, we had the work number.
Have we noticed a pattern with Fozzie? There's no gray. There's I like or I hate. And there's no middle ground.
For pay stubs, a large part of her income is commission based.
Well, we're just going back to October, right? Just this month, we're starting.
September.
Always the judgment. Yeah. Okay.
Something we didn't include, and I'm hoping to get some information from the mother, is rental income. She indicated on an income expense she had $610,000 in assets, but subject to litigation for partition.
So we're currently in litigation with that property, and
Is that an apartment complex?
a multifamily home. So there's
Duplex, fourplex?
there's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, a 2-bedroom, 1-bath on the property. It's like a mother-in-law quarters, ADU.
So they're different buildings?
Yeah.
They're not attached?
Correct.
Oh, okay. And who's on title?
Me and my former friend.
That doesn't sound good. No wonder you're in litigation.
Yes.
Do you live on that property?
No.
Does she?
No.
Is it
Nobody lives there. It just sits there. There's no income.
There's no renter?
No. And we've had the property for 2 years.
And you've never had a renter there?
For a short time.
And is that just because you're no longer friends?
Pretty much.
So this partition, does she not want to sell?
No. She doesn't want to sell. She doesn't want to buy me out.
Oh, there you go.
She wants me just to leave and her with everything. And absolutely not.
Fair enough.
I'm not doing that.
Just sign it over to me.
Sign it over to me.
Good luck with that.
Okay. So, Mr. Red, does Nevaeh spend any time with you?
No, not that much. Actually, I usually get her on visitation visits and stuff every once in a while.
That sound right?
Yep.
Okay. Are you married, sir?
No, sir.
How about you?
Nope.
And neither of you has any other minor children?
Come again?
Do you have any other minor children that you support?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
How many?
1.
How old?
15.
And where does that child live?
Elk Grove.
No, wait. Is your 15-year-old Nevaeh?
Yeah.
Do you have any other?
I love California. Love it.
Any children other than Nevaeh?
That's it, right? That's it.
Well, I would get to that. But first, let's start with, are there any other minor children?
Meaning?
No, that's it, sir.
Got it. Okay. And I've got your income is $5,587 a month before taxes.
That is just
Correct.
the Helena job.
Is that a full-time job, 40 hours a week?
No, that's actually a part-time job, and a lot of that basis was off of overtime, which I don't get anymore.
So his base for Adventist is $32.96 an hour. For Southwest, it's $30.77.
So how many jobs are you currently working?
2, sir.
And so that's the other
Two part-time jobs.
Yeah, okay. How many total hours do you work per week?
At 2-week period at the hospital, I work average 32 hours, and then Southwest, it depends on it fluctuates depending on if I get shifts covered. I'm technically a part-time, which is like 60 hours every 2 weeks. It might be a little less than that, or it might be a little more than that, depending on the week.
You're making me tired.
I bet, man. Gotta work. Gotta live.
And I'm told, ma'am, that your income is 131 or 13,108 gross per month.
You should try Pennsylvania. It's very cheap.
And that's with no rental. In fact, you probably are taking a loss on the real estate.
Yep,
No, you don't get a loss on this.
I understand.
Both if you have health insurance premiums, or you have union dues, and you both have 401ks. No child care expenses.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so child support is $1,139 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even get 25% of that for 3 kids. She's getting that for what?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm just writing it down. Start date is October 1st. Oh, I'm sorry, you're right, September. You just said that already. And then health and reporting orders for the father. Although you have health insurance that covers the child, yes?
Yes.
So if there are any medical bills that aren't covered by insurance, you split those. Yes, I can tell you what his share of those are. Wow, that does not make sense to me. Oh, never mind. Yes, it does.
He normally has someone else checking all of his numbers with him. That lady, I can't remember her name. I'm trying. And he's very funny with her. And I don't know where she is today.
I just put it in the wrong place. It said 67, which really didn't make sense.
What is your Halloween costume, Michael?
Because of the difference in your incomes, there's a new law in effect that started September 1. We prorate unreimbursed medical expenses. His responsibility is 1/3 of any unreimbursed medical expenses, 33%.
Okay.
Okay, that is your judgment. You will get a copy of this in the mail.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Who's the little one? Is it Rey Mysterio? Is Rey Mysterio tiny? That's who Micah is going to be. I think, is it Rey Mysterio? That's not right, is it? I can't remember his name. Someone tell me it is Rey Mysterio, so I can just move on with my life. Okay, it's time for Fleischer, guys. We've chilled with this guy for long enough. Look at him. Look at him. You tell me there's not one person in here who watched WWE. Really? This was years ago. Hi, Kurt. So It was slow today. Is it? Is it Rey Mysterio? Did I get it right? It's crazy. I can't believe I got it right. About politics in chat, we make fast enemies. We split friends right down the middle, and then people you don't talk to each other anymore, and stupid. So yeah, he had a late docket, but I know something good happened. I didn't hear it, but I saw chat. All right, hold on. Now I gotta Google. See, yeah, he's tiny. Wait, is that Rey Mysterio? No. Who's that tiny? Yeah, he's tiny. That's him. That's abso-freaking-lutely him. He's. We'll go to the pictures. There has to be pictures. See, he's not that big. That's him. He flies. He jumps up there and flies all over the place. I'm trying to find better pictures where we can see him standing next to somebody, but I guess not. That's him right there. Nope, they're not going to give us a picture of him standing next to somebody because they don't like us. Wow, 5'6". That's really big. Sorry, I was trained to say that. I had to. Hey, Becky.
Bledsoe? Yes, ma'am. Come on up.
Come up, Miss Bledsoe.
The judge is singing to me. I love it.
No. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, Ms. Bledsoe, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On September 12th, 2024, officers responded to an assault at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The complainant reported that the defendant, her ex-boyfriend's baby mother, assaulted her, punching her on the nose, grabbing her hair, and busted her lip. The complainant stated that while she was walking to her car to take her kids to school, and when she was getting close to her car, the defendant came out from behind the dumpster, approached the complainant, and told the complainant, "Remember, I told you we were going to eventually meet." The defendant then punched the complainant on her nose and then grabbed her by her hair and kept hitting her. The complainant was able to get her mace and mace the defendant. The defendant let the complainant go and left the scene. The complainant stated she did not say anything to provoke the attack, and the complainant stated there is a history of previous violent incidents between her and the defendant, where the defendant has come to her apartment and tried to fight her. And the officers observed some minor injuries on the complainant's face, specifically a swollen nose, a busted lower lip, and a small scratch on her right cheek.
She has a prior injury to a child. She has a prior assault family member. Any of these related to that person?
Let me see, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
Hi, Jen. I'm loud. I was loud this time. Don't worry.
Ms. Bledsoe, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this complaining witness. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you do, or if I find that you're in possession of weapons, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. What do you do for a living, ma'am?
I work.
Doing what?
I work at MKG.
I'm sorry?
MKG, delivering parts.
Okay. It's a full-time gig?
Yeah.
How much money do you make a month?
Little under nothing.
Sorry?
A little under nothing.
Okay. What's little to you is not little to me. So
$8 an hour.
do you have any children?
Yes, sir.
How many children do you have?
I have 6.
6 kids. Do you get support for any of those children?
I don't get any child support.
Okay. Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond
I'm 5'2" 3/4". I'm very tall.
not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using any illegal dope, you're using alcohol, likewise, I will put you in jail. Do you have custody of any of those children?
That's, I don't use drugs, so that's
Me and
fine.
Victoria
Or
saw
alcohol.
eye to eye.
Or alcohol.
Okay.
That's fine.
Fozzie could rest his chin on my head. So me and Victoria were eye to eye.
Do you have custody of all those kids?
Yes.
Okay. Consider that if you go to jail, who's going to take care of those 6 kids?
I know I can't say much because we used
I'm
against me.
just
Yeah.
asking you, when you're out there in the free world, think, because you have a bunch of mouths to feed. If you're in custody, who's going to feed them?
I would just want to say, she's lying on me. She's been harassing me, but we'll wait till the, when I can't
So
speak.
we'll give you an application. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, fill out a reset. After that, I'll have you meet with pre-trial and then we'll find your lawyer, man.
Okay.
Noel, page 16.
I would fall down a lot.
I'm sorry.
Donald was way taller than me too.
Cameron Newell.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Newell, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. Second offense, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On October 21st, 2024, officer was dispatched as backup regarding a possible DWI where the defendant's vehicle hit the concrete wall at the 100 block of East Sam Houston Tollway after the defendant failed to maintain a single lane. The officer observed the defendant with slurred speech and slow responses and often asked the same question multiple times. The standard field sobriety tests were conducted, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 7 out of 8, one leg stand 1 out of 4. The defendant was unable to complete the one leg stand because
See, that's why I couldn't be a cop. Because a drunk person, I work in a bar. So drunk people asking the same questions over and over and over and over again, I can't handle. That's why I don't overserve people, because I don't want them getting anywhere near that point where they're just asking me the same questions repeatedly. I can't handle it. Nope.
he had screws in his left ankle. The GIC was red and the defendant consented to a blood draw.
So the PC is the accident, right?
The accident, Your Honor.
Are you on parole?
No, sir.
Are you on probation at this time?
Sir.
Here's a prior manslaughter case where we had a death in a car. Was there alcohol or any kind of dope as an allegation of that one as well?
Let me check, Your Honor.
There's no alcohol in prior to this one.
I had a seizure, Your Honor.
you have a Texas driver license, Mr. Newell?
Sir.
If you want to drive, I'm ordering you not to drive in the middle of the night. I'm now putting a curfew on you and giving you a restriction. I don't want you out in the middle of the night, and I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm putting an ankle monitor on you so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. You better darn well know about every single thing that you put in your body. Mr. Newell, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the public. You already have one fatality in a car under your belt. I'm not going to put up with it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
No alcohol, drugs. You are not to not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have a guardian interlock on it. I am sending now notice to the Texas Department of Public Safety so that they know any car that you drive must be equipped with an ignition interlock. And if it doesn't, they're going to put you in jail. And I'm going to tell you now, you violate any of these conditions, I'm going to lock you up and I'm going to deem you a public danger and make your bond very high. Do you understand?
Sir,
No alcohol, no illegal drugs, and I'm going to test you like crazy to make sure that you're not using it. What do you do for a living?
I'm a land surveyor,
How much money do you make a month?
2,000 to 4,000.
We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. Like I said, I'm giving you a curfew so that you're not out in the middle of the night. Do you understand? If you violate this, then likewise, you go to jail. That's it.
Sir. Sir, I'll be honest with you. I was.
Don't. There's nothing that you can say to justify anything at this point. You gotta understand, Mr. Newell, my primary concern is public safety. That's the only thing that matters to me. Every day, someone in Harris County dies from an alcohol-related collision. It's a sick and sobering statistic that I will do everything in my power to prevent. Do you understand? And if that means putting everyone in custody, I'm going to do it to protect my county. That's the only thing that matters to me. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'll get you a pre-trial for your bond conditions. And after that, we'll have you take a seat while we get all the paperwork ready. You must charge these batteries on a constant and daily basis. If the battery goes dead, they will file a bond violation report. And then you know what's going to happen. You're on notice now.
Sir.
Okay. Come on.
Judge, what would you like the curfew to be?
10 p.m. Yeah. 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Yeah.
You said you wanted a scram device as well?
Scram on one, GPS on the other. And then waive the fee for everything, please.
Page 6, Garza. Judge, this one is a CHA.
Alex, do me a favor. Will you, on that gentleman's case in the manslaughter, because I don't get the PC. I have no idea. In the manslaughter, was he arrested at that time on the scene or was he arrested later after the fact? Because I'm really concerned, and I'm concerned whether alcohol was an issue in that case as well. So you said Garza?
Yes, Judge, page 6, CHA.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Garza. Do you have a lawyer today?
Order in the court.
I do not. What are you doing about that?
I can't afford an attorney, Your Honor.
Why not?
I don't make enough, Your Honor. And I'm not able to save.
How many
enough
lawyers
to-
did you speak to?
I've spoken to at least a minimum of 10 lawyers. And
Okay.
just to get a lawyer down right now, like just for a down payment is at least $1,000 down. That's beyond anything I can afford at this
What do
point.
you do for a living?
I'm a security officer for the Houston Astros, Your Honor.
Okay, and how much money do you make a month?
I want to say estimated around.
Estimated, how much do you, I mean, you know exactly how much.
Okay, so I take home around 1,800 a month. And
Is it every 2 weeks or every month?
every month?
1,800. What expenses do you have?
I have a child support loan. I do pay rent and utilities.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Kids.
Kids, just one.
And do you pay child support out of your check?
Please take it out into the.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I didn't hear you.
Pay for the child support? Does it come out of your check?
Comes out of a check every week.
I'm glad that you're paying child support. That's a great thing. I'm proud of you for doing it because not many do. I'll have you fill out an application. Let me take a look at it. And then if you do qualify, which I think you probably will, then I'll grant it for you. Okay. The other thing is this, though, is that you got to understand that there's a lot of timing requirements with DWI. And if you don't hire a lawyer quick enough, it's very possible that your driver's license gets suspended and you're not able to drive. Do you have a Texas driver license?
I do, still valid.
Okay. And you.
Pending hearing, Your Honor.
Sorry, say it again?
Pending hearing with the Texas Department of Public Safety.
Got it. Okay, so just beware that that's an important hearing. You could lose your license, so. The lawyer we give you now is not gonna do that. That's something that you're gonna have to do on your own, or you typically will hire a lawyer to represent you in that hearing.
I think it was a $200 some
So I don't
dollar.
wanna, but that's something that you can do on your own. We pay for the criminal case, not for your, because that's a civil case. Okay? All right, if you want to get on over there, we'll give you an application, we'll have you sign a reset, and then we'll have you take your $30. Please.
That's right.
And you are,
That's it.
he was arrested on scene for that manslaughter. It
On
was
scene,
direct,
okay.
yes.
Got it. All right.
Judge, last question for more. How many days would you like for the license?
Just have a seat now.
It was a slow day in Judge Fleischer's courtroom.
Good morning. Have you spoken to your lawyer lately?
Yes, I went to go visit him in the hospital yesterday.
What happened?
Heart attack and 2 brain hemorrhage.
I gotta imagine he's probably out of commission for a while. What would you like to do?
If I can get a court appointment.
Well, that's what I was gonna suggest as well, just because he's out of commission. I can't imagine he's in any kind of capacity to represent you. If you'd like, I need you to fill out an application for me. We just need to make sure that you qualify, and then assuming you do, I'll appoint your lawyer today. Do you mind giving her? Just fill it out, be honest, and then I'll take a look. Okay, man?
Yes, sir.
Thanks. You ready? Hi, what's new?
I'm present on Jose Santos, which is on docket.
I didn't know she was a lawyer.
Okay,
There's an offer from felony to plea to their case, and they will dismiss the misdemeanors on the 27th.
is it gonna happen?
Judge, that I'm happy to discuss in chambers with the prosecutor if you want more information, but
Excuse me, counsel, is your client Jose Santos? Okay.
Guys.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't 100% remember, but I think this is the one where like they didn't want to be on YouTube. They didn't want to be streamed. So they had to leave and do the case in the chambers or whatever. Which means not on the record. I don't know. I think they came back. They were here before. And they wound up on YouTube and they didn't want their job finding out something, but we made shorts of them or whatever. So they asked that this one not be streamed.
He's in the small tank. He tested positive for marijuana and methamphetamine, which he said he knew he was going to test positive. Well, I know, I'm just saying.
Hey, I granted both of you. Are you with us today? You're with us today, obviously, right? Okay.
Yes,
Um,
you in court 7.
uh-oh,
They run there when I get back.
uh-oh.
I don't think the judge is there anyway.
Oh, is he not there?
I don't think so. I think his name.
Oh, that's right. He had the baby. That's right.
He was having a baby this week.
If you guys need help over there, just let me know. I don't know who you have over there. If you need any help, let me know and I can run over there to do things. He tested positive for meth.
I'm so depressed. I'm homeless. I couldn't. I've been so clean for so long, Your Honor.
Homeless, not working yet, you can use meth, right?
I was so depressed and I'm so paranoid about sleeping on the streets. I've been clean for so long, Your Honor. You don't know how long I've been clean.
Uh-huh.
And it's just my state of mind. I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I did it.
Well, I have no choice, Mr. Cabrera, but to do one thing now. You know what that is, right?
Saving my life.
Good. That's what we want to do. We want to get you off any and all dope for all time. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that that happens. He goes with you. All right. No, I don't even, well, what's the bond at now?
I think it's kind of academic because I don't think people make fun of it.
So I think what we should do is set them up for a TRAS, see how we go forward. They may say residential is the way to go. I don't know. But at least we can get a headway of how to move forward. What's the best way? Because we don't know how deep the addiction is, right? So, and I mean, he's saying it's gonna save a life, so. Do you mind? Okay, and then I guess let's set it to beginning of next week. So hopefully by then we'll have the report, so we know how to. Unless you want to do something different. Okay. Well, we usually expedite it, so it doesn't take too long. Oh, yeah, I should be able to pull the judgment anyways. I might- Okay, so he got 10 months state jail. He got 97 days credit. That was on. It's 9/24, right? So now we're what, 10/29, so that's.
I was at a party Monday night, didn't see it. I never get to watch football.
How are you? You're Jamal Brown?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Jamal Brown, you are wanted out of
Jefferson Parish, Louisiana. Yeah.
for
That's 13,000.
another theft case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 6. Doesn't get better.
I already saw him.
I got it. So what I see, you
I
signed for.
did see that Hail Mary's pass that Chicago hated. Did you see that? Did you see that Hail Mary? Oh my gosh, it was so good.
For 10 months state jail. Okay. I see that you signed with 97 days credit. I see that you've been waiting for at least 35 days in jail. That probably around, it gives you around 130 to 132 days credit from what I see. Even if I give you a bond right now, a PR bond, you're not going anywhere because you have a sentence to serve. So even if I give you a bond, you're just going to sit there until they take you to state jail. So there's nothing, what I was telling Abel here is that you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because
Hail
you got
Mary.
time that you got to serve.
Week
So
what,
there's
9?
nothing that I can really do to force them to take you to state jail. I don't know why. I mean, is it booked at the gills or what?
Sometimes they'll have them sit in the county jail until their time is almost up and then start the process to release them.
I will say that county time's a lot easier than state jail time.
Yeah,
So that's kind of a blessing in disguise, you know?
I don't want to do county time. I'd rather go to state jail. If you
But
could
it's
give
up
me
to them when TDC
decides to pull. I know you give me a PR bond, that'd be fine. And I'll go from there. I don't want to do county time.
That's not gonna happen, man.
Okay, so why did you tell me
You
that?
got 10 months.
He said even if you gave me. I know, but I'm not trying to leave. I'm trying to leave county so I can go to state jail because I have other things I want to take care of. Want to get my 20%. I don't want to stay in county time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So if you could give me a PR bond so I can wind up doing my state jail time and I go and take care of my Louisiana time.
Me giving you a PR bond doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna get you to state jail any faster.
Okay, but if you could, that's what I'd like to be granted.
Okay. Is there any way to expedite him to get to state jail? What did they say?
Well, I haven't talked today extensively about this yet. We just knew that we have to approach with counsel today. As far as I know, whenever I've tried to reach out to state jail or TC about when they're gonna pick up, they usually don't give me like a specific day that they're gonna do it. I could reach out, but I can't guarantee that they're actually gonna say they'll pick up anytime.
And it's kind of early still. You want to reach out today to see what he has to say about this?
Yeah.
And then, if he can, try to put in a call to state jail to see what's going on. You know, the 20%, doesn't that come from a judge anyways?
No, it comes from the drug program. The Harris County gives it 20%. I was on there last year. It gives it 20% when I go down there, but I have to go down there in order to.
Where does the ball drop? Where exactly does the ball drop back? Does it drop in the stands or does it drop on the field?
To receive my 20%. I don't want to necessarily do 10 months in county because I didn't sign for 10 months in county. I signed for 10 months state jail. And I would like to go down to state jail so I can be able to, go to the law library, write Louisiana, and start taking care of business down there because they don't have the proper materials down here in Harris County.
Can you also reach out today and ask him, because he's doing 10 months state jail, is Louisiana still interested in him? Do they still want him?
Okay, yeah.
A lot of times when someone gets sentenced to prison or state jail time, the demanding jurisdiction, meaning here, Louisiana, will release the hold. But because here it's only state jail time, not that much granted, and you're like you're saying, you're getting 20%, they may want to keep the hold so that when you do get your time done in state jail, at that point they'll ship you off to Louisiana to deal with that.
That's what I like to have.
Yeah. So give me a little bit of time. I'm going to reach out to another prosecutor to see what we can do about trying to get you more information. I can't guarantee anything, but we'll try.
Please.
Well, worst they can say is take a hike, but we'll try for you.
Yeah, so I have a question. So they was going to keep me here to hold for 10 months.
Sorry?
They was going to try to keep me here for 10 months and keep resetting.
No. We'll get you to state jail, but the problem is that they're probably not going to release the Louisiana hold.
That's fine. I'd like to go to state jail. I wouldn't want to do no time in county.
Let's try to get you there. We'll try to get you there. Okay.
So wait, I have a question. So they was gonna continue keeping me here because last time I came here and I never seen.
No, like I said, my experience is when someone gets sent to state jail or prison, they release the hold. That's my experience.
Our fugitive case isn't actually keeping him here. It's just we are waiting on state jail to come and get.
But look, we're gonna try to reach into it for you, and then I'll bring you out in a little bit and tell you what we find. Okay? For sure. Is Cabrera not on the docket today? Really? No, I have the cause number here. I thought we were gonna roll it to today.
No, it looks like these people are just. So if you see the owners, they got to just go ahead and look up the fire, so see a low fire. Oh, yeah.
Okay. We'll set it. I think his bond is insufficient though. I'm gonna raise it up. Because his case is super duper old and he was on the lam. So 5,002
Washington
on
scoring.
Henderson, yeah.
That's a little rude. Because that was amazing. That was amazing. It was such a good play.
Who was your other guy?
The other one is Mr. Villatoro Torres.
Page 32.
Okay, and what would you like to do with him?
He was, it's my understanding, he was previously deported during the COVID season, back in 2020. He has since re-entered and
Upped again.
came back
They
in.
put another immigration detainer on him now.
He has another immigration detainer.
Hello, Jack.
Whatever you want to do. I mean.
Okay,
Hi, Brad.
the policy is gonna attempt to contact the complaining witness, Your Honor, and the event that they cannot locate him, which is my understanding that he has also been deported. They will evaluate the case at that time.
So Judge, the RIP was completed a while ago. We've been in contact with him in the past. I will attempt to see if we can still contact him. And if we can't, I mean, we do have all the evidence in. I anticipate that we would be able to prove the case without him, but.
I can't give it up. It's medicinal. I thought she was a defendant, not a lawyer, so I'm going to fast forward it. Lawyers are, oh, Lori, look at Lori. I hope she smiles. I just want to see Lori smile today, please.
So yeah, I was just doing smart stuff. I need someone from the state for a plea.
Just move over just a little bit. Mr. Ratcliffe? How you doing? Ratcliffe, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail. Actually, it's a year, it's an A, right? You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 30 days in jail, credit for the 6 days that you've done. You need to understand this charge will go on your record. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
You also, it looks like you still have the case upstairs. Is that one going away or?
He wants to try to bond out the fight.
if it's gonna go away, I sit in here, you know what I'm saying? If they gonna give me time served or whatnot, I sit in here and, yeah.
Best thing that you can do, Mr. Ratcliffe, is you gotta show up. When
I'm
you
gonna show up,
to
yes, sir.
court,
I got you.
it's happening,
Yes, sir.
no?
Yes, sir.
Not in control over that case, but you gotta show up. When you
Yes, sir. The only
do,
reason I ain't come to court this time, cause I ain't had no way, I ain't had no way to get here.
where there's a will, there's a way, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Ratcliffe.
Yes, sir.
No.
I got you. Yes, sir. I got you.
I mean, we all work to make sure that everybody gets the best result.
Yes, sir.
No?
Yes, sir.
Now here, they've offered you 30 days in jail, give you credit for the 6 days that you've done. But like I said, you're not getting get out because you still got the case upstairs. But you
Yeah.
gotta understand, next time you pick up a new case, come back.
Yeah, minded, I got you.
You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, the possible immigration consequence, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, it will go on your record. You can never take it off.
Yes, sir.
This is what you want to do.
Sir.
How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. The only other thing I'm going to tell you is that if you go back to this place, they're going to arrest you right again. So I
Sir.
wouldn't go back to
You
this
gotta worry
place.
about me going back. I got you.
All right, so
I got you. Mr. Rockett, appreciate it. Thank you.
if it's
Did you
enhanced,
see it? It was so little.
No.
Hold on. It was
morning.
just so little.
consequence, you can be
Here it
deported,
comes, here it
excluded
comes.
from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the
Did I
right to
go too
appeal.
far? All right, hold on.
Disagreement. It will go on your record. You can never take it off. This is what you want to do. How do you
Ready?
plead to the offense, sir?
Oh.
Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. The only other thing I'm going to tell you is that if you go back to this place, they're going to arrest you right again. So I
Sir.
wouldn't go back to
You
this
gotta
place.
worry about me going back. I got you.
All right, so
Right here, right here.
I
Look,
got
look,
you.
look, look,
Mr.
look.
Rockett, appreciate it. Thank you.
He smiled a little
if
bit.
it's
Did you
enhanced,
see
the
that?
ban. No. Good morning. Hey, what's new?
I have an off-docket matter, if it's okay to bring that to you at this time.
Sure. What's your cause number?
The cause number is 2471881.
Shields.
George Shields, UCW that came out of a DWI. We've already completed pre-trial intervention program. Both cases have been dismissed.
Are they unopposed?
I'm sorry?
Have you talked to them to see if they're any opposition?
We have a motion to return property. I spoke with the state and she indicated they wouldn't be opposed. It would just be up to you.
Yeah, Judge, he doesn't, can you run and source?
There's no criminal history previously.
We're just seeing if he's caught any more charges.
Is it going to you or is it going to the defendant?
It would be ultimately returned to my client.
Yeah, just that they own the gun.
That was a sneeze, guys. That was impressive. Wait, I think if I double click here. Nope. I thought if I double clicked here, it would go 10 seconds in the future. No, it doesn't. Hold on. No, just doesn't. Yeah, yesterday, someone was way sick. That was definitely a man sneeze. I don't know. People in Texas, they're getting their cold on. That is a person right there, right? Or is that two lawyers? We'll find out.
And he's here with the bondsman, Your Honor.
You want bring him up, please?
Don't be talking to us about your mocktail coffees. You're gonna hurt our feelings. Pretend it's with 6 shots of espresso.
Council, make it a cost.
Yeah, sure. Sorry about that.
253 5183. Casares.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Casares, you're charged with, I think I remember this case. You're charged with indecent assault. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Is this the one where there's a maid?
Yes, Your Honor.
Stop. No.
The
The complainant was employed as a housekeeper in the defendant's home. The complainant was cleaning up the house when the defendant approached the complainant and told the complainant to touch it. The complainant refused to touch the defendant and the defendant grabbed the complainant's right hand and placed it on the defendant's genitals over his clothes. The defendant eventually left and told the complainant not to tell anyone about the situation. The defendant later approached the complainant as she was cleaning the bathroom, and the defendant entered the bathroom and locked the door. The defendant then grabbed the complainant's right breast, removed her face mask, and began kissing the complainant. The complainant believed if she kept ignoring the defendant, he would stop. The defendant did eventually stop and left the bathroom. The officer observed text messages between the defendant and the complainant, where the complainant stated she wanted nothing to do with the defendant, and her decision was firm.
Okay. Mr. Caceres, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm issuing what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection that identifies her as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. If you violate this court order, the state can and will file a, additional case against you, violation of a protective order, and things will go sideways quick. You have a lawyer. He will take care of you because you have a lawyer. I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Olson, and he will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. So if you pick up a new case, violate conditions, no more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You guys, let's talk about bond. There's no bond set at this time. You guys have a recommendation.
5,000.
Judge, I would ask for 2,500. He has no contact with the complainant.
Any criminal history that you guys see?
Yes, Judge, he was on a 2-year probation out of Bear County and for a DWI, but this was in 1990. And then he had another charge for a possession of marijuana in 1992 out of Bear County, and the disposition on that is unknown. But those are his only 2 other charges.
Those are the only things you see?
Or run it NCIC, Your Honor, just.
Please. Assuming that's it, Mr. Casares, I'll tell you now that I will do everything in my power to protect the city at all costs. I think that, and I firmly believe that everybody deserves at least one chance. I will give you a PR bond now, but I'm not going to give you another one. If you pick up a new case, you become a danger to our city, I only have one place for you, and that's lockup. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll set the bond at 2,500. I'll give you a PR bond, and then go from there. He needs to sign the MOA. Also, we'll put other conditions for him: no contact and no weapons, and that's it for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, guys. Thank you, Mr. Olson. All right, sir. Do not leave until we get you to sign all the paperwork. Okay.
Right this way. Counselor,
Oh.
Can you file no contact and no weapons, please, on that? Guys, you ready?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Kim,
Hello.
what's new?
Stable show.
You got the show.
Judge, I'm Mr. Brown again. I spoke to the bailiff. He did inform me that he's not going anywhere until you come pick him up. Either way, same thing with the prosecutor's office.
His name is Stephen.
We are aware of that.
Do you think that they'll come get him? Do you have any kind of inkling as to when?
No, Amy emailed our contact, our liaison at the sheriff's office for TDCJ, who handles the state jail division, and we just haven't gotten a call back. But they're usually pretty responsive within a couple of days. But typically, just along with the transport, they take about 1 to 2 months on average at best, and they're usually more high priority ones. And so, it being theft in a state jail and not something closer to murder or things like that, it's going to be a lower priority. But for Yeah, until they actually schedule the pickup, they can only have an estimation, because I've had them.
Can we go to tomorrow and wait to see if they respond? Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
And
But
just let
that's-
them know that, you know, they're backed up, they're busy, it may take some hours to get a response, but we're
Right.
trying on his behalf.
And I think what he fails to understand is even if he didn't have this extradition case, he's still not going anywhere because they're trying to take him.
Little understanding that, you know, we're not gonna just drop everything.
Right.
Just to get back to
Well,
you.
that's my concern, because even if they give us an estimation, I've had them be off up to about 3 weeks, and that's obviously the extreme ends of when they actually.
And
pick up.
I mean, you know, once we hear from them, if they give you some kind of estimation, we'll give them the caveat that, hey, you know, nothing's as etched in stone, right? I mean, it's just an estimation and
Right.
just,
Okay. I mean, I'm not.
there's
opposed.
consequences when you pick up cases, right?
Of course.
Right.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Judge.
Okay.
Here.
You can go talk to your attorney.
This is chair watch. It happens all the time. Chair watch. Betty went to 7.
Then we'll go also, so we want to do next, okay, so next one is this.
Good enough.
We can look further, I mean, it's a he said, she said, the complainant said that he
The
hit
cops
her,
not come out?
defendant said, I'm sorry?
Did the police not come out?
No, the police did come out, Judge.
You should have issued some kind of, you know, 9 times out of 10, they'll issue some kind of citation to who's at fault, you know, failure to control speed or.
In the OR, it just says that the complainant stated that I think there was like a road rage situation going on. Defendant said that complainant hit her, complainant said that defendant hit him. So
It's a side swipe situation, so
Right,
they both
and
have
it's-
side damage. So.
we can try to look further into it. We've already obviously done a rip with the complainant. She is adamant that it's not her fault.
But
I can-
what's gonna change?
Well, I mean, I'm not an Allstate agent, but I have not, in my evaluation, I didn't like actually pull up Google Maps and look at the lanes and I can, if I can do that, perhaps we can see exactly what happened. I think there might have been both taking right turns and somehow,
So it's close to 200 days, a couple weeks,
yeah, a couple weeks, all I need.
but at that time, we needed to make.
Clear trial.
We need a decision, like
Yes, sir.
either he sets up a trial.
I don't use K cups, but I use just a regular. I use like I have a 40 cup restaurant coffee maker, you know, the whatever. Anyway, but Green Mountain is really good. You're right. Green Mountain is very good.
He accepts it, you know, and that restitution is 1,000, you said?
Yes, Judge. It was that was the deductible on her insurance.
Right, okay. So,
Right.
I just took a brief look at the crash report, Judge. That doesn't indicate an at-fault driver, but it does indicate that Unit 1, which was the defendant,
I have a
failed to
percolator
control their
too.
speed and struck Unit 2, which is the complainant. So according to the officers, they believe that the defendant was the one that failed to control his speed, thus causing the accident. They don't say at-fault driver, but they do indicate they believe that he's the one that's caused the accident.
all right, so Jillian, we'll give you the 2 weeks. He's got to come back and let us know at that point what he wants to do then.
Thanks, Judge.
Yeah, okay, for sure. Thank you for being patient. Yeah. I have been researching your case.
Well, I think
like crazy.
the chief, maybe wanted to, this is on. Yes. Thank you, Judge.
But I've been doing my research as well. Like,
Green Mountain hazelnut cream is just the best. It just is.
and there are 3 types of capias that can issue, right? There's the chapter that you're invoking.
2302, or chapter 23.
The chapter 23 types.
Yes.
There's a chapter, what's it called? Let me see.
There's one under
The
46,
chapter-
which is like.
No, it's chapter 43, which is post-judgment capias, correct? And if you want, I'll give you time so you can also take a look at it if you want, so I don't make a decision now, because I know what I think I want to do, okay? Because I don't think it's based on what you're saying. But I'll give you time to look at it so you can make an argument as well.
Well, may I step away and do that now, because he's in custody and I don't want him to remain in custody if at all possible. But I guess we're looking at 43 as it existed in.
It's after
20,
judgment
15.
and sentencing has been done to get the defendant's presence before a court. That's that type of capias versus the other type where it's basically going out there to identify for purposes of arrest.
Well, and my position would be that where the term capias is used in the code, anywhere within the code, it is defined by 2301.
And it's not though, because this one here is defined by 43, not just 23 or 32 or whatever it is.
So there's a separate definition. So I'll take a look at that.
It's not a necessarily separate definition, but it's a different type of capias, not a disposition of the case type capias. But take a look and then come back.
Sure. Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Janelle. Hey.
Wanted to approach,
Yes.
we could discuss on Caleb Jones, but I was wanting to do it
Did you get,
without being recorded.
did you get, no, I'm not gonna, I live stream for everybody, you know?
Well, I'm sorry. I don't want his protected information to be put out on YouTube. My sister in Arizona sent me a video that I was not aware of. He argued with you about his medical issues.
I live streamed the proceedings and I've done it for the last 3 years, you know? So
I can't agree to this, Judge. It's technical health information. I think we're kind of getting an area that we really don't need to be getting into.
I just want to know what if he tested positive.
He tested positive for what he has prescriptions for, which would be the.
He tested positive.
He tested positive for benzos, THC, and
Buprenorphine. Okay. Does he have a prescription for all those?
He does, Judge. I have the prescription list from Walgreens. I tried to email it to pretrial services, but they're.
Should still be valid. It might be
It's a valid address, but it says it only allows people from inside pretrial services. So I'll send it to compliance. I know that one works.
You want to send it to me and I can take a look at it? Here.
Yes, sir.
Here's my email address.
And then Judge, he's still testing positive for the THC as well.
I know.
For Philo?
Yep. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna talk to them, Dustin, so I can just kind of thin out. Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
How are you?
I've got not on your docket today. You have a defendant named Aiden Fleming. I've checked in with pretrial. He has no travel restrictions.
Who else thinks it would have been epic? Epic. If when the other guy who was standing right here complained that, he live streamed, if Judge Fleischer would have turned toward the camera and said, "See that, guys? He doesn't want you to know." Or something. If he would have talked right to the camera, oh, that would have been so funny. Come on, Judge, you missed an opportunity.
He and his family are going to Utah 14th and 17th of November.
I don't have a problem with any travel restrictions. If we've ordered them not to use drugs or alcohol, please let them know they're not supposed to, no matter where they go. They're probably going to get tested when they get back, so just have them beware.
Absolutely. My only concern, I've talked to pretrial, my only concern is just a random UAs. If he's
So
away.
while he's on his trip, it will be momentarily told.
Plugs in.
But when he gets back, let them know they're probably going to end up testing him, so just to beware.
You wanna
Okay?
check in with the
No
judge.
using, no matter where he's going, what he's doing. And then just let her know, and then we'll.
I'll give him the dates.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
For sure. Hi.
I'm approaching on a case on tomorrow's docket. It is 2320861.
Hi, Dave.
And I believe the state subpoenaed the officer, and I was gonna,
Yeah, I've been in contact with the officer as of about an hour ago. They were under the impression that the evidence had been uploaded to our portal, and I told them it hasn't. I told them it wasn't. And so he said
Subpoena them to come here for tomorrow?
he will put it on a flash drive and he is bringing it to me today.
I hope so. Because if not, we're going to have a contempt hearing tomorrow.
and my client's brother died, and she was asking if we could move it to next week. She says her brother died on Saturday. No,
This case is 4 years old.
I understand.
There's always one thing or the other. If after 4 years, no waived appearances. It don't matter if it's, no. I don't, how do I even know this?
I
After
understand.
4 years.
Well, I thought the state was gonna tell me that they weren't gonna have it tomorrow, but that's.
Well, we don't know yet. What if some intervening superseding event happens?
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
As Murphy's Law dictates, right?
Thank you.
Start walking barefoot.
Judge, I'm approaching on a case that's set for your docket on Thursday, I believe. I have a cause number for you.
Hi, Ricardo.
Hey, Judge, 2501236, Mr. Rafael Lobet. It was on docket last week. There was an issue of before doing a plea, I wanted to look at the full disclosure. I still don't have that full disclosure.
I provided I think I filed the protective order with the judge.
I've signed everything. Oh, perfect. I haven't seen you.
Is this my copy?
Yes.
All right, Judge. Hi, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No, here, that's for you. And Ricardo, I think that's it.
Yes, Judge.
I don't think that there's anything else.
Well, Judge, we had another case as well. It was a.
Ooh. Let me make
There was
a
a
copy. I'll
different
give you a
case.
reference.
I also provided, I know which one you're talking
Which one
about.
was that?
Let me look at the email because you did email me about it. But yes, I also provided those to Judge.
What case was that?
Was that one electronic? Because, let me make sure. Here.
Sounds about right.
Here. Oh, I need to make a copy. Sorry.
Judge.
Give me 2 minutes. I'll give you the copy.
That's fine, Judge. Thank you. Who was the officer on that?
I think it was.
We got both coming.
I think so.
Okay. No. House cleaning.
Judge, did you want to go for something?
The only thing I'm trying to say, it's,
But he has one positive for the benzo. It's not before or after, but he only has 9 for per needed. So it's not like he's getting a
it's
bunch of.
not good to substitute one addiction for another addiction. You're only hurting yourself in the long run. At some point, you're gonna have to deal with this because what you're literally doing is you're slowly killing yourself physically and mentally. And it's not a good way to go through life. At some point, you're gonna have to deal with this. And it's better sooner than later, because the more time you take, the more difficult things become. You know what I mean? We're not here to hurt you. We want to help you, and we want to see you in the best light that you can be. And you end up in just, I don't want you to be addicted from one thing to the other. I want you to be able to deal with it and deal with it in a healthy way so that you're not always having to deal with some kind of substance or some kind of chemical. Because truth be told, Mr. Jones, it's mind over matter, you know? And I know it's easier said than done, but you can. When you put your heart and soul, you can get anything done. So, have you been prescribed or have you been found that you have a seizure, that you have?
Just, I really don't think this is appropriate to be talking on an open public forum. This is HIPAA protected health information. I have to object, sorry.
And well, then you're gonna have to provide me with records so.
If you want to have a conference in chambers or without audio, I'm fine with that. But I'm not trying to put more of his medical history out there for the internet and YouTube to see. I don't think it's appropriate. You can still live stream it, just mute it, just like if you were in trial and the jury should hear it.
I need to know that if he's taking benzos, it's not something that's illegal. But it's actually prescribed and it's for a medically
Stupid internet.
necessary purpose.
And we can provide that, not in front of the world.
Okay, so I guess set it for later this week, and I want to see that he has the the purpose.
I will submit it to you under seal, so you can review it. It's not, but I'm not going to do a public filing, and I'm going to object to a public hearing.
I'm okay with that. I have no issue with that, but if it continues to test for benzos.
And he probably should test today for benzos. It's gonna be, he's not taking it serious, he's not taking it as a thing, and he doesn't have a prescription, which I provided to you. But I don't want to discuss, well, Walgreens wouldn't lie, Judge,
I get it, but you have 9 and it's been since,
per needed. You don't take all 9 unless you need one at a time. That's why they give you 9. They don't give you 60. If you're doing it daily, they give you 60. If you're doing per needed, they give you 9.
so let's do this then. If he is,
Kelly, I'm going to help you today. Guys, can you please hit like and subscribe? Hit like and subscribe. Kelly will be so happy. For real, Fire.
he only has a limited number, right?
Correct.
So if he's tested positive already 3 times for benzos,
That's not accurate at all.
then that's 3 pills.
Twice, okay, twice.
Okay.
But you tested him 3 times in 3 weeks, so.
Okay, we're gonna continue to do it because I want to make sure that you're not using it. You understand? Okay, all right, here you go.
Thank you. We'll submit, let's make sure I'm clear on what we're doing, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep testing you like crazy. I want you to know that.
So we just set him up for weekly testing, Judge. as part of
That's what we're-
competition.
yes.
We're not going to court every single week. Because it's kind of, I mean, personally, it's a little bit harder on my docket.
You
too.
don't have to, you don't
Okay.
have to show. He's got to come and test every Monday and Thursday. You don't have to show. He does.
Does that include like showing the court or just reporting on San Jacinto?
But you got to come here to get the order and then we send you there.
Okay.
So you come here, get the order, we send you there, and then you go, and then we'll deal with it when the time comes.
And also I'm getting.
I need proof also that he's all medical conditions, because I want to know that it's medically necessary, that you're not taking it just for s and giggles. That's not.
Understand. That's very good.
Okay, all right, guys.
We're doing Monday, Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but you though, Dustin, we'll give you a date, like a couple weeks out. You don't have to come. And remember, you can always Zoom. That's why we have it, to make your life easier, really.
So of course my objection is, so it'd be kind of.
But you can know, but it's there to make, because we have people all over the county, you know? So,
Thank you.
lot.
This is on my client, Ms. Walter.
Here comes
Okay.
This is the trial case for today, correct?
correct.
What are we doing with this?
This is one I found the continuance on for the body cam translation, the Spanish translation.
That's right. You need 45
Bye,
days.
love ya.
75 days. Point of 55.
That's a lot.
It is, Judge.
It's the silliest thing I've ever heard. It takes 75 days to transcribe it. I
I
mean,
did actually reach out to our chief because I thought it was 45 days and she told me that now.
Michael lies a lot.
Rolando Ariola's in jail? Is he here?
We did not get them today with the processing.
Okay, I want to roll it tomorrow. Huh?
She usually always rolls it. We also check on the status.
Yeah.
What date can we pick that you both can agree on?
Oh my
Because
God.
you're gonna be preferentially set. By then it's over 300 days. It's just,
Okay, that's totally.
we need to pick a date today, please. And it's preferentially set, no more continuances, you know?
Yes, Judge. I think it would have to be, well, it would have to be in January.
Ramona.
So Judge, it would be in January. And it would have to be the January 14th. I'll be out the first week.
Right after my birthday, that's fine.
Are you sure that's a good date though?
Yeah, that's fine. I was born on Friday 13th, so 14th fine.
Sure. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Are you gonna go, out for your birthday though?
No.
Okay. All right, that's it. If you press that guy that day though. Okay, okay.
All right, do we do a pretrial conference also, Judge?
2 weeks prior to that.
No, I think earlier tonight I did a private stream. It broke yesterday at like 6 minutes, 7 minutes in. So I did a private stream earlier and I just streamed myself looking for content with the camera on, talking the whole time, pretending I was on a real stream, but I didn't mute my microphone at all. It was very freeing. I could just sit there and say exactly what I wanted to every case. I it was really enjoyable. Anyway, and nothing broke. And then I deleted that stream. No, no, I was literally just laying back on my chair, eating, yelling at the monitor. It was lovely. It was really lovely. But it didn't break, so I figured we would be okay today. And we were. Look, we did a whole stream. We did a long stream too. I had to talk to myself, guys. I needed expert opinions on these cases. I don't even think that was real. I don't. I don't think that was real. And I'm not like a denier. I'm not a denier of things that really, really, really did happen. But I never really looked into it. And I can't understand why someone would put that there. And I don't know. Was that real? Did that really happen? I I understand our parents told us that. Our parents also told us if we drove around with the interior light of the car on, we would get pulled over because that's against the law. No, it's not. It's not against the law. Fozzie, you shut up. I don't want to look it up. I'm happier, Kelly, thinking it just wasn't real. It was just something that urban legend, not real. I don't want to look it up. I don't want to. I'm happier in my delusions. Oh, shipwrecked. It's over. I'm sorry. Look, it was long. You should go check out the judges that were on before shipwreck. They were really good. High quality judges. And it give you a $7 million bond because you lied. Look, I said I didn't want to know. But yes, positive vibes to you too. And yes, you are very kind to say that because some people in here, they didn't deserve that. Just kidding. I was just kidding. Everybody did except one. Um, no, I don't want to hear the whole story. Nobody listens to me. I talk and talk and talk, and nobody listens to me. Nope, I'm not getting pulled in. I almost. So the party I was at, I don't remember. Like within the last week, um, we were playing these games where we were split in half and we were debating. It was like a debate club, okay? And it was so fun. We were screaming, we were yelling. The debates were easy. They were nothing you know, political or it was does a straw have one hole or two? Or what's the guy's name from Cars? What's the movie the cartoon Cars has a car with a name, but I can't remember. Zoom Buzz. Can't remember his name. So I'm just going to pretend it was Bill. Does Bill get auto insurance or life insurance? And who gossips more, men or women? So you didn't like the person who won the round, they didn't get to pick the next what they wanted, what side they wanted to be on. You had to argue your side no matter which side you got. You didn't get to pick which side you got always. We had the best time. I'm telling you, it was free. Okay. My daughter made up the questions and she was the judge. And she was just wrong. I'm telling you, she was wrong. Wrong. I almost made her walk home because she was wrong. But You should play this. You should get like 6 people together, 7 because you need a judge, and go play this game today. And just pick stupid things to argue about. Don't go religion or politics or don't do that. You know, do does a does a giraffe wear his necktie up here or down at the bottom? How would a giraffe wear his necktie? Or how would a cat wear pants? Like his back legs up to his waist or, you know, all 4 legs halfway down, if that makes sense. It's hard to. Anyway, you guys should all go play that today. You could actually just go into Discord, into the voice channel and play it right now. It was so much fun. I laughed, I cried, I screamed. Yeah. Yeah, I screamed a lot. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one because half of you have to say kids are annoying, and half of you have to say kids are not annoying. Yep, that's why it's a good one. Yep, there we go. I mean, there was liquor involved, but yes. Oh, Donald, don't chew tinfoil. It's very expensive. It's too expensive to waste like that. Guys, thank you so much for coming out today. I really appreciate it. I do, I do. And oh man, what is today? We have made it to Wednesday. Bingo night. He needs his hat. I will see you guys in either 2 hours or 24 hours or whatever. Whatever. And thank you, mods. You actually worked hard today. Today was a bit rough on you guys. I saw that. Whoo. Thank you so much. I'll talk to y'all next time, or I'll see you in Discord. Talk to me in Discord. I'll answer if I can. Bye, guys.
Got these life echoes, digital dreams. Through the screen, her blue eyes gleam. Wicked humor, sharp as a knife. Her stream sparks electric light. Late night when the world sleeps, she's the friend that always keeps. Giggles roll like thunder loud. She stands out in any crowd. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted, sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Street tales waiting to the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle, she lights the way. Her eyes mirror sky so blue. In her jokes, there's a truth so true. With extreme, she brings the light. Turns dark days into bright. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted, sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Streaming tales late into the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, With a giggle, she lights the way. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm.